Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog today. Today is Thursday the 6th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame, got up and around, got the dog outside, grabbed my banana, my hard-boiled egg, and my liter of water, and dumped in the hot tub for a little bit. Got my soak on, had to take my wife to work so I could have the car, take her dad to the doctor, because her car is in the shop. Get new timing chain, and water pump, spark plugs, transmission fluid change, and filter, and all the good fun stuff that needs to be done when you get a car around that 75,000 mile mark. So yeah, went ahead and got out of the hot tub, got dressed, got the dog fed, and he ate his soft food. He's not been eating his dry food very much, but that's pretty common for him. He often will not eat his dry food. So, but he has plenty, 2 cans of soft food a day, he'll live. So kind of is what it is there. So went ahead, took her to work, dropped her off, headed back home, chilled out for a little bit. Then it got to be about 9 a.m. Time to take my father-in-law to the doctor, so I headed out. We were supposed to be heading out at 9, and didn't see him. He wasn't coming out, so texting us he was coming out. We were in the car waiting for him, and he responded back that he was. And eventually he walks out and walks across the street, just moseying along as slow as he can mosey. Then stops about halfway up my driveway to admire my 3 trees I planted right there, and staring at my garage and just kind of just enjoying the sights, I guess, on a nice little field trip. And I finally kind of hollered, so I'm like, hey, you gonna get in the car or not? He's like, oh, I didn't know you were out there already. I'm like, yeah, it's like 10 after 9 already. Like, I've been out here since 9 o'clock. We were supposed to be out here with you as well, and waiting to go take you to the doctor. So came over, got in the car, and we headed out, and dropped him off. And then I went over, talked to a couple paint companies to see how much it cost to buy just like 10 gallons of the cheapest. I want exterior paint on the side, so I want to be able to have it a little more durable, be able to paint it and wash it off and stuff after I paint it. And got to the first place right there by the doctor's office, and went in, kind of told the guy what I was wanting, and he just walks away in the middle of our, like, my statement, and wanders the back. I kind of thought he was going to show me some buckets of paint or something, and hadn't even got to the point that I needed 10 gallons of it yet. I just told him I was looking for maybe a white with a hint of blue or gray in it to kind of get rid of that bright white so it didn't show dirt so much. A little bit of gray would be nice. And he comes back up, I don't know, it's like 6 minutes later, to the point that I almost left because I was like waiting there for a while. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So he comes walking back out with a bucket, or not a bucket, but a 1 gallon pail that looked like it had been sitting outside. Like it had rust on it and stuff. I was like, what the hell? So he chucks it in the shaker, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I don't know what. And he's going here, he goes, oh, but you want to see the color? And I'm like, what are we talking about? So he shook the paint up, pops the lid off to show me, like, here's the paint, and it's got a little, a little bit of blue or gray in it. I can't remember what he said. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, do you sell it in 5-gallon buckets? Because I'm wanting, 10 gallons of stuff, and usually it's cheaper in a bucket, but most likely just drop my hose in there for my paint sprayer, and I don't have to worry about it. And he was like, well, not this paint, I can't get 5-gallon buckets. I'm like, okay, because we have other stuff, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm just looking for price. And he looked at me like, you're not buying this gallon of paint? And I'm like, no, I'm not buying paint today. Like, I'm out here with my dog and waiting for my father-in-law at the doctor's office and shit. Like, I'm not buying paint today. And he looked insanely confused, because how dare I ask him about the price of paint, which, by the way, I had not even got to yet to ask him about the price yet. He just wandered off and brought me back a gallon of paint, which was super weird. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I was like, he told me the price of his paint, and he has about 4 times the cost of what it would cost to buy 5 gallons at Tractor Supply. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure his paint is probably a little better, and I'm sure it's more durable and all that good fun stuff, and I'm sure it's better paint. But at 5 times the cost, I don't need that better paint. Like, this is going in a garage. It's gonna be filthy. It's gonna be gross. I don't need $200 a gallon almost, when I can, get much cheaper paint and just do whatever I want to do. And I can always tint the damn thing myself by dumping in a quart of gray or whatever to make my own tint. Because it looks like at Tractor Supply, that paint is just, gonna be white, and there's no tinting, I don't think, at Tractor Supply. So that was just a really, really odd one. I was like, that was fucking strange as shit. I even told my wife about it afterwards when I got home, and I'm like, the dude didn't even like, you want 1 gallon, you want 100 gallons, not nothing. I was like, that was just fucking weird. So left that store, went down over to Sherwin-Williams, which is where we got all our paint when we painted the inside of our house and stuff. And I can use my wife's company account to get a little bit of a discount, but I checked the pricing. They said there's a sale that starts tomorrow at 30% off. So I was just getting a ballpark, and their price was $175 for 5 gallons. And I was like, oh god damn, that's a lot. Because like I said, I can get for like $60, I can get 5 gallons at Tractor Supply, and that's probably where I'm going to go. But I took the dog in with me, and one lady was there helping me. She's been there before. I've talked to her before and stuff. She's super kind, and every time I take a dog in there, she just gets ecstatic. She loves to play with the dogs and stuff to bring them in. So we chatted a little bit, and she told me that basically they can tint any color I want. All I gotta do is pick it out, and we can go from there. And then tomorrow the sale starts to get 30% off. So she recommended coming back tomorrow. I was gonna buy paint. I'm like, okay, let me think about it, and I'll let you know. And plus, I had to go get the actual account number because they couldn't find it under the company account to see if there was a discount better through the corporate account or through this 30% off. We didn't know which one was which, and go from there. So I'm like, yeah, not a big deal. It wasn't buying paint anyway. So from there, headed over to the Intercoastal to watch the water and spot some dolphins and manatees and whatnot, and got the dog out and hang around there a little bit, just chilling out, smoking my cigar. Spoke with a lady that was down from, I think, Jersey. I don't know, I think up in that area. I'm not sure where she was, upstate New York somewhere. I don't remember what it was. And we talked. She's been coming down here. Her parents have I think it's a timeshare over on Beachside. They got a little condo over there. I don't know if it's a timeshare or actually a condo of their own, but they've been coming out here since she was a little girl. So we talked about things and gave her some pointers of stuff that they should do that she didn't know about, which was kind of funny because looked like she was probably in her mid-30s. And we talked about different things. She grew up in she spent a handful of years in Costa Rica until she got pregnant, came back home so she could be around family and stuff. I'm like, yeah, you want to be able to babysit her? And she laughed. She goes, yeah, I'll probably have a little bit of it, but yeah. So her and her husband came back, and they got 3 kids now and stuff. So the kids were in the playground while she was just looking at the water. And we had a great little conversation. We got done there, headed back over to the doctor's office. I knew it should be about time. He'd be getting done by now. So he finally called, said he was done. He came out, and we basically took him home. We chatted a little bit, just kind of BSing of all the good fun stuff that comes with it, and just hung out for a bit. Reached out to one of my customers who's dropping a dog off tomorrow, locked in their time for drop off in the morning, so we got that all figured out, which is nice to get kind of locked down and done. From there, decided it was finally, wife hit me up, told me she wanted me to pick her up about 5:20 today, which I usually ask her, like, let me know as early as possible, and it was like, I don't know, 4:30 when she told me this, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Because my original thought was I was going to go just drop her car off to her and then run home, which is a little over 5K from her office to the house. But I messed up something in my neck and shoulder, and it is straight fire. Like, it hurts so bad. I knew I did not want to run that far home and have to be away from the house that long and all the good fun stuff. So went and picked her up, grabbed her, ended up talking to one of the engineers, and I watched his dog and stuff off and on, and we chatted for a little bit, talked about how our cruise went, kind of gave him the big beats of how shitty it was and the big mistakes that happened in the whole debacle that was our cruise. So she came out, we headed home, and then I went and got my run in, got done my run, and went and jumped in the hot tub to get my neck soaked out a little bit. I took some ibuprofen for my run, which is really unusual for me because I hate taking pills, I really do. But took some ibuprofen and got myself a little soak on, got out, and then basically she ended up picking up, she wanted for dinner, and she had her own meal. I skipped dinner because I've been eating potato chips and dip during like the lunch hour thing, because I'm craving chips and dip right now. Oh my god, it's gross how much I'm craving chips and dip. So that's what I had, and then I ended up back outside with the dog, had myself a nice cigar, and enjoyed the beautiful evening. Came in, watched a little episode of Frasier, ate some more chips without dip, because if I eat dip late at night, it messes with my stomach real bad. So, but I ate some sour cream and onion Lay's, just not Ruffles, it's plain Lay's chips, and enjoyed that for a nice little wonderful time, and got that wrapped up, and then from there put on a comedy special and called it a night. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.